The biggest threat from air pollution, climate change.
What will be the impact of climate change scenario in India?
See, India is a large developing country with nearly 700 million rural population directly dependent on climate-sensitive sectors, that is, agriculture, forests and fisheries, and natural resources such as water, biodiversity, mangroves, coastal zones, grasslands for their subsistence and livelihoods. Further, the adaptive capacity of dryland farmers, forest dwellers, fisherfolk and nomadic shepherds is very low. Climate change is likely to impact all the natural ecosystems as well as socio-economic systems as per the National Communications Report of India and consequent life of every individual in India, either directly or indirectly. The major issues are melting glaciers cause sea level rise and flooding, heat spells, rainfall, changing ecosystem. Melting of glaciers causing sea level rise and flooding. The Earth's temperature has increased by an average of 0.74 Celsius over the past 100 years. It is believed that global warming has pushed up the temperature of the Himalayas by up to 0.6 degrees Celsius in the past 30 years, because of which ice melt's share in sea level rise is increasing and will accelerate if the large ice sheets crumble. As mountain glaciers shrink, there will be immediate floods of massive scale and, in long run, large regions that rely on glacial will be run off for water supply. Heat spells. Extreme temperatures and heat spells have already become common over northern India, often causing human fatalities. Rainfall. Climate change has had an effect on the monsoons too. India is heavily dependent on the monsoon to meet its agricultural and water needs, and also for protecting and propagating its rich biodiversity. Scientists have already warned that by the 2050s, India will experience a decline in its summer rainfall, which accounts for almost 70% of the total annual rainfall and is crucial to agriculture. Changing ecosystem. Ecosystems will be particularly vulnerable to climate change, with a study estimating that between 15 and 40% of species will face extinction with 2 degrees Celsius of warming. The impact of climate change would be particularly adverse on the forests, wetlands, and coastal region. The biggest threat from air pollution, climate change. Rise in surface temperatures. 11 of the last 12 years rank among the 12 warmest years in the instrumental record of global surface temperatures since 1850. Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (IPCC) has predicted that global temperatures will rise by 2 to 4.5 degrees Celsius by the end of this century, and for the next 2 decades, a warming of about 0.2 degrees Celsius per decade is projected. Because of this sustained rise in Earth's surface temperature, glaciers are melting, resulting in floods and rapid rise of the sea levels. Globally, average sea level rose at an average rate of 1.8 mm per year over 1961 to 2003. The rate was higher over 1993 to 2003 at about 3.1 mm per year. Impact of rising temperatures. This unprecedented increase is expected to have severe impact on global hydrological systems, ecosystems, sea level, crop production, and related processes. The impact would be particularly severe in the tropical areas, which mainly consist of developing countries including India. Most of the consequences of global warming would result from physical changes like sea level rise, higher local temperatures, changes in rainfall patterns, and also dreadful effects such as the release of methane hydrates, loss of forests and trees, resulting in decrease in the levels of oxygen in the Earth's atmosphere, causing species die-off.